Hello and welcome to a battle where you're going to lose your mind. I nearly lost mine. We're fighting over 4,000 goblins. We had no idea what they would bring. I mean, we thought, okay, orcs and maybe a giant or two, whatever. But no, they brought in goblins all over. Let's go check it out real quick. Which is really a very weird choice, and it was actually a little bit more effective than I thought. Now, I'm going to tell you why it was actually a little bit effective. If you look at that major line, no matter where they fight on the map, we're not going to be able to easily flank them. Right. If we go look over here, I'm playing Chaos, and not only am I, but Tokshen is too. We're playing a 2v2. We're playing with only 15,000 gold. They have not only goblins, and again, my build will be linked down below. Their build, I don't even know what to tell you about it. All I know is that we have a lot of freaking goblins. I mean, that is mad. I don't even know what to do with that. What do I call that? The Gobbo build? Yeah, the Gobbo build. Either way, they're all over, and they're going to be charging for it. I'm going to go to the gameplay right over here. If we go look over here, I've got my Marauders, and I like to use them for fodder. Unfortunately for me, they have a lot of fodder too. If we look in the middle, we have shallow water, which will make it very hard for other units to move and fight in it, which will work to our advantage. I mean, we have a lot of small ones too, but they're pretty diminutive and weak, and they're even upgraded. They went for a wild build. If we go look at what they have, over 4,000. They have 2,500, which is really not too bad. We're looking at giants, and giants are great for breaking them. Now, our goal is to try to actually take out whatever they have in terms of giants, which are way back here. They even have arachnorocks, which are huge, and a battle might even slow down. I mean, they have a lot of goblins, and that could cause like an animation delay. Goblin Wolf Riders are very quick, and they can cause a lot of damage too. And here we were laughing and going, what the hell are we going to do? We didn't want to like charge through the middle. If you look at that, if we come over here, they're going to flank us over here and here. And I really need to do that little tweak to where I can get the drawing tools in. I would love to have that for any replay. I want to draw on my map, damn it. And then over here are the woods, and I believe that is where either I'm moving or he's moving. Over here we've got Chaos Knights, and they can do a little bit, but they have a lot of spears, and even though goblins are tiny, they can still damage a knight because of all their spears and all that. I don't know if I fully agree with that. We're looking at Forsaken, we're looking at Sigvald, a Chaos Sorcerer, which will do a lot of damage with AoE spells. I even brought a Sigvald too. We went for double Sigvalds and all that. Let's go check it out now for a brief cinematic view. It's a beautiful sight for sure. I like it. Very cool to look at. But we're going to go over here and look at the Goblin build again, which is mad. The Giants are moving in. They brought in Giants too, which is not a bad choice, but again, we were trying to really think about how we would do it. I mean, no matter what, the issue is that not only do they have Goblins, I mean, they have Giants too, and that can cause terror and fear to everything that we have as well. We're trying to move up. I'm going to go ahead and look at that. I'm going to go ahead and probably put that down for now, and where they move to. That way we know what's going on. I was going to move right through the middle. I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I can move right through the middle and clash. And Tokshen was moving up too. Then there is me. Over here, we're looking at one Arachnorok, one giant. I definitely wanted to focus down any giant. And over here, my knights are beginning to move up. A bad idea. I'm going to let you know that right now. I was beginning to move up. I should have been more patient. We're usually very aggressive when we play. We don't often like to camp or do anything like that. And I am grateful that our foe, at the very least, was trying to march to the middle. I mean, we went further, but they were beginning to move a little bit. The knights are moving in. If we look at it, I can't really touch them, can I? Not really, no. They're going ahead. They're having a grand old time mocking me. I'm going to try to charge in right over here on one block of the goblins, and I don't know how well that will go either, but I guess we'll find out. We shall find out momentarily how that will go. They're probably going to have a pretty good time beating me because of it. Here we go. My knights are charging in. Will it be a great charge? I highly doubt it. Oh! Okay. Very cool looking, but I only got like maybe like 20 kills. I thought I would get like 100. I thought I would destroy the entire group. Oh, 11 kills. Okay, not even 20. And look at that. They are poking me so much right now. And a lot of my knights will get stuck in here. Wolf Riders are beginning to entangle me. A very smart idea. My knights are not cheap. That was a bad idea on my part. I should not have done that. I should have been more patient, as I did mention. Now I'm trying to move back. Looking at Tokshen's chariot. That would be more easy to get to move in. They look like creatures. But they're moving over here. Yeah, I'm trying to pull back. I did lose way too many knights, but I'm going to use them extensively later on. I'm trying to move back now. Look at the numbers real quick. I did lose way too many. They only lost a few. And they're moving in even more on the other wing. Now, here was a bad idea. They should not have done this over here. They could have held them in reserve and went right through the middle. They could have ground us down. They could have used their giants in a focused manner to actually grind us all down completely. Their only worry is really Tokshen Sorcerer. I mean, had I brought one too, we could have done a lot more damage. Maybe gotten like 200 kills each. Maybe. At least over 800, which again is really not too many. Goblins we can eventually break, but we're going to see how it'll all turn out. I really do applaud him for having a unique battle, though. Very cool. More goblins are moving in. We've got a giant and one Ragnarok. Again, whenever you have that, you want to focus it on one part of a line. That is how you want to handle it. If you do that, you can cause terror and fear, and that can begin to impact the leadership of a unit and cause them to break. My knights are moving back over, and I'm trying to reform on the right flank. I probably should have moved to the left flank. I think I do eventually move to the left flank. I don't want to talk too much about what goes on until it does happen. Here we've got Tokshen's Chariot, only 23 kills. One group of goblins kind of, you know, beat up, but who cares? I mean, they have a lot more to take that place. The giants are beginning to move back. Could begin to move forward. I think I'm going to go to fast forward a little bit. And here we're moving back, because I mean, our big fear was really being entangled and surrounded, which can cause a penalty to your leadership. There's a Gorbis Chariot now moving back. My knights are now back here. I'm relocating. I'm keeping in formation because I felt like I had to. I felt like I needed to do that. Tokshen is beginning to form up in the middle. Everyone will be a little bit slower due to all the shallow water in the middle of the map. It's a very neat map. I do like it a lot. It's pretty interesting in how it can play out because of the little two hills and the little valley over here, whatever you want to call that. Okay, here we go now. Tokshen's going to use a spell right on the Gobbos, and they are being burned. There they go. A few are being unaffected, sure. And we were a little bit sad that it didn't go left. We were really hoping it would go, or that it did not go left, but it did go right. We just wanted it to go left. That way it would kill even more. Okay, now Marauders are beginning to fight them, but if you look at that, they're taking a lot of damage quickly. By they, I mean the Gus Marauders over here. I'm beginning to move in. I've got my knights now trying to attack Wolf Riders in the woods, and we're all going to slow down a little bit in the trees, but that's okay. I want them gone and dead. They're beginning to move in, and here my goal now is to go over here and to beat that attacking right flanking force. Our left flank, their right flank. And now Tokshen's beginning to fight. We've got one Exalted hero, 21 kills. I mean, they're going to get a lot of kills. The big worry is all the giant creatures. And again, here I go. I'm now moving in, trying to make sure that I can cause a nice big victory for us by defending one part of the flank. There we go. We're clashing in various locations. I've got my Marauders moving in. Their giants and all that will definitely do a lot of damage to me. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not going to be very effective for me. I've got my own giant now moving in, and we're all going in right now. There's a lot going on in this battle. I mean, look at the sheer scope of it. It's really a total war battle. A Warhammer battle, actually, when I think about it. The sheer amount of numbers. I mean, I really do wish the game could support more, but you begin to have that choppiness at some point if you try to add too many. Otherwise, it would feel more like a Warhammer scale type of thing. Because, I mean, you know the scale of Warhammer. You need a lot of models to actually find a battle. Okay. Let's go check it out real quick. We've got Tokshen beginning to use a Sorcerer again. Over 200 kills already. I mean, a lot of kills. 40 kills for that Exalted hero, but you can't really do too much. Let's go look at what I'm doing right now, okay? I'm trying, and I will eventually try harder at destroying every spider, every giant. I want them dead. My own giant will begin to attack their giant. That is what they're doing right now. Oh boy, there he goes. Like a little barbarian doll. Ooh, no head now. He's all nastied up. I'm beating the goblins. I mean, that really isn't my worry. I've got more knights over here entangled in the woods who are fighting. They're taking some damage, but I'm going to win no matter what. They can't beat me. They're not really meant for that role. Forsaken are beginning to move into the woods right now to go after that Goblin Wolf Rider group. I've got more Forsaken who will definitely destroy any type of Goblin group. Now, I'm using a few of my guys, like my Chaos Warriors, to support Tokshen. He didn't have the manpower to really hold off that many creatures. I mean, he did have men in reserve, but we didn't want to expend them all at once. Otherwise, we would be pretty much tired out. Let's go look over here again. Forsaken are now moving in. They're charging in. They'll do quite a bit of damage to me. Let's go look at the charge bonus right now. 37. That's quite a bit. That's going to hurt them a lot as they begin to clash inside. We've got giants all over again. Got that one Ragnarok, a giant Ragnarok right here fighting us. And nasty. I've got like pretty much everything maxed out, I think. I'm going to be getting a new GPU eventually, but I can't. I don't like spending money like that. It's a lot of money. But I would like a new GPU. I might wait a while. We'll see. Got an i7 for CPU. got a 970 for a GPU, but I want to be able to support more on the battlefield. And if you look at it right now, I'm beginning to surround. I have another giant too, by the way. I brought in 2 of them. I like bringing in 2 giants. I find it to be pretty effective, actually. Fighting 1 spider, and we have it surrounded. I'm trying to break him. So my big goal here now, to let you know, is to cause enough leadership damage to 1 spider. That way it begins to flee. When it begins to flee, rout, then I chase it down and destroy it. And over here, my giant's still fighting, but we are doing a bit more damage. I have my own soldiers beginning to clash in. I'm beginning to move in my knights. Over here, we beat their wolf riders. We're trying to make sure that anything really fleeing is going to be destroyed again. We'll look over here again. Looks like Tokshen didn't say spell, a cascading fire flow for armor piercing and melee defense. Here comes that giant, trying to flank around. It's actually moving quickly if you look at it. That Gorby's chariot, not a lot of kills, kind of hard, but the goblins are beginning to break now. If you go look at what's happening here, they're beginning to break. And we got some pretty cool shots here, though. Pretty cool darn shot. A spell just goes flying around. I'm hoping it didn't hit me. No, it didn't hit me. I don't believe the goblins are being hit. And again, you look at me trying to surround 1 spider, trying to cause that leadership penalty. Let's go look at what we have going on here. Hold on. Let's go try to look at that real quick. I'm trying to make sure that my mouse is right over it. Okay. Hold on. There we go. Friends routing, damage sustained, attacked and flanks exposed, and all of that will just build up. And eventually it'll take more damage and finally flee, then I can chase it down and do even more damage. It has a lot of health left, but if it flees, I can damage it even more. That is my goal, to beat all these giants. Over here, we did surround 1 Sigvald, began to go fight over there. Not really a great guy to fight a giant army like that, but he's great on one-on-one fights. I mean, he's a duelist. He's really meant for that role. My knights are beginning to pour in. I had plenty left. My spider's doing a lot of damage, but that's okay. Okay, let's go. Move on now. Coffee, get and now I'm beginning to move in over here. We're looking at their own spell. Doing a little bit of damage, but not enough to cause too many issues. I feel like the game looks better, or it's running better for me. I did update to the latest drivers. I don't know if that's really helping me out or not, but it feels a little bit more smooth than it did before. I don't know. Oh, also, let me know if you want me to go back to doing mod reviews. I mean, I did quite a few, but I need to keep on doing more, I'm sure. But feedback is always good. I really enjoyed that. Also, I do have a Discord server that I use for games where I play with other people. I think a lot of Eternal Crusade. I like it because I can play with a large amount of people. Alright, now we're beginning to focus on another spider. Again, my goal is to really kind of make them flee. Over here, we're looking at Tokshen lining up his men. He's not really charging in yet. He probably had a few other things going on. We're going after the leader's tune. The great shaman begin to flee. A lot of them are beginning to flee now. Spiders are moving around. I'm keeping together, as I often like to do. I'm coming over here to take out that one spider. I wanted to make sure that spider would go away right now, and I end up losing a lot, sure, but that spider's unable to join the army. Now they're beginning to really fall apart, which is really good for me. Another spell again, trying to take more damage. If you look at it, we didn't lose too many yet, but we're beginning to lose a lot more now, because now we're fighting the meat of their army, the actual giants who we probably should have been fighting in the very beginning, which would have caused a lot more terror. Really, what they should have done is focus on each wing, each part of our flank. They should have all gone in on our left flank or right flank. Yeah, coming over here, bad idea. I could fight them alone and they were unsupported. Okay, 1 dead enemy lord. Only 3 kills for them. They're a relatively fresh group. Now we have fresh soldiers, or, you know, just active soldiers fighting who are charging in. Let's go look at it real quick before things, you know, end. We've got Prince Sigvald over here fighting alone. He'll be okay. He's able to replenish easily with his new update to his gear. His chest plate, whatever you want to call it, gear. But yeah, a fleeing spider over here, 92 kills. Here's a giant who has a lot of leadership right now, but that might change 54 over here. I've got 2 giants now moving in who did a great job. They've been doing a great job. And over here, I'm going after another spider. Low leadership left. They're going to be falling apart pretty soon. Over here, I took care of that spider. It's about to go down, or at least kind of go off the map. And the battle's about to end. It was actually a very good game. Gorby's now charging in. Ooh, what a way to go. Alright. They are all falling apart. Here comes even more on the way. Because warriors are now dying. They're being flanked from behind. We have more leadership than they do. We didn't get hit that hard. If if you were playing the Empire, it might have been a little bit tougher. I don't know. I feel like Chaos really worked out here. We were able to hold a pretty solid line. We didn't have to worry about being shot up, which was pretty nice. These Night Goblin archers would have helped with their debuff, I'm pretty sure. Okay, the battle is now ending. They're all beginning to flee. They really couldn't keep up with these giants here. Our giants are having a giant battle. No, really a giant battle. It's not a bit of hyperbole. A literal giant battle. Okay. We won the battle. I lost over 400. Tokshen lost over 500. If we look at it, they lost, I mean, a pretty good amount. Their goblins actually did okay. They were upgraded. But again, I already went over what could have been done better for that fight that would have benefited them a little bit more. I was able to flank and to do a lot of damage by doing that. Even my Marauders were okay. My Forsaken chewed through a lot of them. Tokshen, over 300 kills. I mean, when you're fighting a very cheap army, one spellcaster can do a lot of damage. He got quite a few kills with his front line. Reserves did okay. I mean, they were in reserve. That Gorby's Chariot ended up getting a lot of kills once it was able to charge in. So, I mean, that was worthwhile to really cause that leadership penalty. But that was a very unique game, and I treasure it. I really did enjoy that fight, and I'm thankful they went for a new build. I mean, that was a lot of fun. It's kind of fun to have a new build like that. We'll definitely have to try new builds too. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like down below if you would like to see more. And as always, until then.